Donc, mesdames, messieurs, j'ai le plaisir d'accueillir David Adam Byrnes et Amanda Towles, qui nous dira qui elle est. Et on lui souhaite la bienvenue au festival country d'Equiblues. Il a accepté de répondre à une interview et quelques questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to introduce you to David Adam Byrnes and Amanda. She will tell us who she is, more particularly. And it's an honor to have him for this interview. Donc, ma première question concerne George Strait. Et que représente George Strait pour David Adam Byrnes?
You know, when I was 3 years old, my mom and dad took me to my very first concert, and it was to see George. And I don't know why, I don't know the reason, but I said, I want to be that guy. And so that was always my hero. It's the way I was influenced musically, and I don't know. I'm an adult now, and I'm still just trying to be George. So.
Right. All Georges are good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm George. Comment as-tu appris la musique, le chant? How did you come to?
You know, I just always sang. You know, I was in choir and stuff in junior high and high school, but, you know, I would go around on Monday nights with a little group of my dad that would go to nursing homes, and I don't know, I just kind of all over the place, but I eventually, you know, got a guitar and grabbed the chord book and just started learning, but I guess it's a mixture. I taught myself on guitar, but it was just always something that came natural.
C'est sur les conseils de Daryl Singletary, who passed away recently, unfortunately, who played my festival, que tu as décidé de vivre la musique et de ne pas te plier aux exigences de Nashville, c'est cela?
Yeah,
Que penses-tu? What do you think of Nashville?
Oh man, Nashville's great. I spent 11 years of my life there. I still go for business, and it made me who I am. There's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, I was pushed musically to be someone I wasn't. You know, take off the hat, take off the Wranglers. You know, you're too country, and so I found myself for a while chasing a sound that just I didn't know who I looked at in the mirror. You know, and Daryl and I, over a few shots of Crown one night, we just had a big heart to heart, and he just point blank told me, "Man, get back to your roots," and I did, and that was kind of the beginning of it.
That's what happened to people like Jared Birmingham. He went to Nashville and said, okay, he had a ranch, and he wanted to write songs, and he met songwriters, and they told him how to speak about cows and bulls and so on. Come on, what are you talking about? Donc je suis en train d'expliquer que ce qu'il vient de dire, et que je vous traduirai, c'est ce qui est arrivé à Jared Birmingham, qui est venu à Nashville et qui avait rencontré des songwriters. Jared a un ranch et il lui expliquait comment écrire une chanson sur les vaches, les taureaux et l'élevage dans les ranchs. Est-ce ton premier album, Premium Country, qui t'a ouvert la voie au succès, ou bien a-t-il fallu attendre un peu et la sortie de Neon Town en 2020?
It's a little bit of both. You know, that record was some of them songs I moved to Nashville with when I was 19 years old. You know, that was my first record deal, my first chance to be in the studio, my first chance of really writing with Nashville hit songwriters. And so it opened the door. You know, I laugh, I've had all these number ones in Texas, but I've actually had a Billboard charting single that was on that Premium Country record. But I feel like what really got me going, though, was the Neon Town one. That was the first time that I'd been around the world. I'd done music that wasn't me, and I fully came back full circle and knew my sound, knew what I wanted to aim for, knew the songs, and that's when I really started seeing it grow, is when I was able to truly be myself with that Neon Town record.
So my next question was about Amanda, but I'm not going to ask you. Donc on a le plaisir d'avoir Amanda Tola. Qui est-elle dans la vie de David Adam Byrnes et pourquoi a-t-elle décidé de l'accompagner en France? So my question is, who are you? What do you represent in David's life? And why did you choose to come with
So we actually just got married a year now.
Almost a year.
In October. So Amanda Byrnes now.
50 years.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
So I'm a Texas girl. So I was raised Texas through and out. So I've always been around the country scene. We actually raised Longhorn together now. So my family is definitely in that country scene. When he left Nashville, he actually moved into one of my grandfather's homes. And that's how we met.
So you got a grandfather in Nashville?
Well, when he left Nashville, he moved to Texas.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so he moved into one of my grandfather's homes, and so we became friends. And then one day it hit, and now we've been together ever since.
Who went first?
I think it was him.
Qui a fait la première
we'll say
approche?
him.
I mean, that much ahead. It was pretty mutual.
Yeah.
So you're happy together? So
Always, yeah. So I love supporting him. I love doing this life. You know, outside of this, I'm a nurse, so I nurse during the week, and then I'm the band girl on the weekends.
Tu ne vas pas sur scène avec lui. You don't sing on stage with him. No.
I do not
That's
sing.
like Holly does with Jessie J.
Yeah, yeah. No singing from me.
What was my... Oh yes, it's number 6. En octobre 2023, tu as sorti l'album Country Gonna Be Alright.
Yeah.
Tu peux nous dire quelques mots de cet album? Et puis, is there another album?
There is. I'll start on that part. I just tracked some new stuff, and we're geared up to start releasing the singles here actually in the next few weeks. So I'm excited. I'm excited to move on to new stuff. But yeah, that Country Gonna Be Alright record, that was, I signed ironically another deal in Nashville after I've been in Texas, and we kind of got put in the machine again. We were just spitfiring songs out. It was a good challenge to write as much as I did and record as often as I did, but I also felt like that record didn't necessarily get pushed as much as I wish it would have. But man, there were some great songs. Even the title track, Country Gonna Be Alright, I knew the day I wrote it I wanted it to be the title track, and it's an album I'm real proud of. I hope the folks that have heard it love it, and hope more people get to hear it. But man, it's country music, man. It's the way I think it's supposed to be.
People love it in France.
Oh, good.
I played on the radio. Country Gonna Be Alright.
We'll play several of them songs tonight.
I'm glad you said what you said about Nashville, because everybody, when they come from here, from Texas, Nashville. Whether you like it or not, it's one of the capital of country music. It's just like Austin in Texas and Nashville.
Tennessee. You can avoid it as much as you want, but the industry runs through there. It's got to be a part of your deal. It just doesn't have to be all of it. For me, it's the best songwriters in the world are there. I still write with the guys there. I still go to record there. I just don't necessarily fall into the machine anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Eh bien, on remercie David. Thank you, David, for
yes,
it was an honor. Oh, he has a question. Fred a une question.
All right.
You have a show a few days ago with Tracy Lawrence.
Yeah.
What do you think of this moment?
Donc il a eu un show avec Tracy Lawrence il y a quelques jours. Qu'en pense-t-il?
Man, it was absolutely... So I've done shows with Tracy over the years, but it's been a while. We're both originally from Arkansas, so we've got that tie together. But he's got a new fire under him, man. He was happier than I've seen him on stage, and so... But even for me, anytime you can open up for somebody that's one of your biggest influences, it's always a good time. And even to get to do a song with him, we did that the Little Texas tribute where me, him, and Rodney Carrington did kick a little. So it's been cool to be around him again a little bit.
Alors moi j'ai une dernière question concernant l'intelligence artificielle. Je reçois sans arrêt des albums maintenant qui sont faits par des artistes qui n'existent pas, et je veux savoir ce qu'il en pense. On the radio I receive now almost once a week artists, songs, albums from AI.
Yep.
Now, what do you think of that? And sometimes it's excellent.
It's a slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope.
Yeah.
You look at something like the Randy Travis, who his voice has been taken from him.
Yeah,
and I thought that was cool to be able to hear him again. But there's an artistry and a true.
Did he accept?
No, he was part of doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he was fully involved. I think we're heading in a bad place. I spent many years learning the craft of songwriting, and I don't care how intelligent it gets, it's never going to have this.
That's right, exactly.
It's never going to have this, and it worries me because music's already. I always say the great thing about the digital age is everyone can be heard. The bad thing about the digital age is everyone can be heard, and so it's hard to get that filter. But I do say I think the cream will always rise to the top. But it's just. To me, AI is no different than plagiarism. You're just copying something somebody else came up with. So I think there's going to have to be something done to keep it from being too slippery. It's not a good thing, I don't think.
For us, DJs, it's very easy to know if it's AI. You go on the website, on the internet. If there's no website, no Facebook page, and you don't know anything about the girl, usually it's girl.
Yeah.
So okay, that's AI. Thank you very much.
Hey,
it was an honor to interview you, and we'll be here for the show, and we will enjoy it.
I look forward to it. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.